He is, Atul is a spice master. He really is.
Right, what are you cooking?
Prince Harry loves fiery goat curry. So we're going to cook a dish.
Is this the one he learned from the Gurkhas?
Absolutely, and we're going to cook a dish inspired by that. So here we have some onions cooking down. And in Nepalese cookery, they love to really darken the onions, and it's fantastic. And what happens, you get real deep flavour. So you see here, Michael, the reason they're going dark, see all that? That is pure flavour. That's the sugars that come out of the onion. They caramelise, and that's how the onions get nice and dark.
No, apparently Prince Harry had this stuff when he was serving in Afghanistan.
Right.
He was a forward air controller, and the Gurkhas apparently provided cover, guarded him while he was doing it during the day, and at night they'd cook up fiery goat curry.
Fascinating. Right, so here we have garlic, chilli and ginger. Oh, the smell is delicious. Lovely, isn't it? Okay. So we get that nice and blitzed up, so it's lovely and fine.
Yeah.
And straight away we're going to get that cooked down. I do, I love
You're
it.
a blitzer.
I'm a blitzer. Right, get that.
That's really brown, those onions, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, and
you call them caramelised.
Flavour, yeah. You might say burnt, we say caramelised. Okay, so now we're cooking. Right, over here, this is really interesting and really kind of important to this dish, is when we dry fry the spices. Now, just quickly as well, can you see where the juices came out of the garlic and the ginger? See how now it's just kind of lifted that off, takes it even darker. So again, great base. We have a smell of that.
Wow. But you can't get smells on television.
I know. Here we've got an array of amazing spices that have been previously dry fried. Yeah. And the reason for that is spices contain oil. Yeah. So they dance, they come alive, and then you just let them cool and then blitz them again. There's that blitzing again. We've got some asafoetida, we've got some beautiful clove.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's got like a nice kind of almost like an onion sort of taste to it. That's the bright yellow. Clove, which is really interesting in this dish. Fenugreek. So they have been dry fried, left to cool, and then blitzed like that. Have a smell. Straight in. So again, the flavours starting to work in this dish are amazing. Star anise, wonderful kind of aniseed.
It looks lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous, but it's really good.
Like aniseed balls?
Absolutely. Bay leaf, just give them a little nick to let those oils come out.
Yeah, and cinnamon.
Snap that. And you can already see, just very quickly, we've got one beautiful base starting to come together. Absolutely wonderful. Here we go with those magic tomatoes, full of acidity, nice sweetness. They go straight in. So important in this type of cooking. Absolutely delicious. Get those all in there. Now, onto our goat.
I have to tell you.
Yeah?
I'm not mad on goat.
You're not?
Yeah, I worked a lot in Africa.
Yeah.
And I ate a lot of goat.
This is the shoulder. Okay, we're going to add that straight in. We've just browned it off previously, and that's just, again, to get that lovely flavour.
Yeah.
So we add that in.
Because in India, I think, they talk about mutton and mutton curry and things, but quite often it's not lamb, it's actually goat.
It's goat, yeah, a really mature goat. The reason why you wouldn't want to use like a really young goat like the kid in a recipe like this is because you've got so many flavours, as you do with this type of cooking.
Yeah.
You've got all of these spices and you would just lose it. So you need something that's going to hold its own.
Yeah, and a kid would be too delicate.
Absolutely. In with the water, like that. With any recipes like this, don't drown it in the water. Just enough to cover. Yeah. You can add more, but don't dilute that flavour.
Could you do this with lamb as well?
Could do this with lamb, could do this with beef. And when you're cooking like this, use those real working cuts. Shoulder, stuff like that. Legs, beautiful working cuts.
Why do you call them working cut?
Because it's the part of the animal that works.
Oh, the animal's muscle.
Yeah, normally along the back are the tender cuts. Yeah. The legs, the shoulders, they're the working cuts. So they're the things that need cooking longer.
Okay.
Right. So that's everything in the pan. We're just going to put the lid on, get that in the oven.
Fiery goat curry.
Yes.
Now, are they just showing off, or is it really going to be hot? Is it going to be a vindaloo?
It's not going to be a vindaloo because you've got lovely fragrant spices in there, but it's going to have a nice bit of a kick with a lovely chilli powder there. Right, onto the side dishes. For me, probably one of my most favourite salads, and it's the kachumba. You've got this lovely rich kind of curry, and you want something to really clean the palate. So you've got lovely clean cucumber, tomatoes, red onions, some nice green chilli, some garam masala. We're going to finish that with a little bit of lime and some fresh coriander. So you can imagine rich, hot, and nice temperature contrast as well. It's as easy as this. Make sure everything's quite thinly sliced because you don't want to be sort of big chunks of red onion. Okay? Just a light seasoning, all right, not too much.
That's the garam
it's
masala.
That's the garam masala.
Why are you putting that in there?
Which it's just a lovely spice garam masala. Smell it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's
that
a
will
clean
also be
taste. A
right
clean.
for really, really
taste.
clean taste. Yeah. Okay. Some lime juice. Delicious. Okay. Some lovely coriander. And then just you know you can get your fingers in there. But for you, Michael, I'll be very polite and just a nice, gentle stir. Okay.
Yep. And what's that other dish you've got in front of you, kachumba?
So the traditional cucumber raita, well, this is yogurt, mint, and apple. And the apple's because you've got the cucumber in the kachumba.
Yeah.
The apple in there is delicious.
Oh, that's an
lovely
interesting
acidity.
variety
really,
of the usual
really nice.
raita, isn't it?
Right, shall we serve up?
I think we should.
Yeah, let's do it. And over here is our delicious goat curry. Look at that. The smell. That's the bit, lifting the lid off, putting that in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
That is magnificent. And do you know what we'll do? We'll just finish that with some more fresh coriander. Okay? And we're just going to now stir that in.
Wonderful,
Just turn it
rich, dark brown.
Look at it. It's honestly, it's incredible. Okay, now we're just going to serve up.
Yeah, come on. Oh my word, that looks good, doesn't it?
It's delicious, isn't it? Absolutely delicious. Do you know what? There is an art as well to cooking meat like this as well. It shouldn't be like falling apart. That it's just kind of cooked within an inch of its life. It should still have texture.
And still be chunky.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you like some kachumba?
Yes, please.
I just like saying it.
I know you do.
Right. Bit of kachumba for you, Michael.
Yep.
Okay. Nice bit of that lovely apple and mint raita.
Yep.
And there we have my inspired version of the fiery goat curry.
This is the first time I've had goat by choice.
By choice. Dig in. Here we go. Get stuck in.
Oh, I say.
It's good.
It's so rich, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
A nice different take on the raita
Yeah.
with the apple. Kachumba bazooka.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like that?
Do you want something new?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Come on, come on.
It's, I think, like you say, it's the richness, and then you've got these things here giving you the acidity and cutting through it all. It's such a great dish. I have to say, Prince Harry has got good taste.